Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Frozen Fortunes. Now, I thought we'd start on the squad screen, on this particular screen, the contract one, just so we could take a look at the player values, because I know I mentioned it in the last video, that we had this sudden jump, and a lot of you reckon it's to do with the reputation, and I gotta say, I think that's probably very likely to be the case, but when you look at some of the values on some of these players, Svenny's still the most at 19 million, but he was worth like 6 mil at the end of last season. Cunha, 18 million. Bravo, 16 million. Also, there's some strange ones. For example, like Aldo Saifi, 11.5 million pounds. Potentially his age is something to do with that. I really don't know. Krejci, 9 million. Olsen, nearly 10 million. Even players sort of further back in our squad are worth decent amounts of money. Rally, only 2 million pounds, despite his absolute world-beating start to the season. We'll talk about this some more while we quickly show you Rally as well, because I figured some of you might probably want to see his stats while we talk about him. What a start to the year this guy has had. Forged himself a place in our first team, basically making him the number 2 striker, although at the moment, he's basically our number 1 striker, with Svenningsson picking up his slack. Anyway, we've had a few games off camera, but we've got 2 massive Champions League ties today. This is about as big as it gets for us. I think this year we've got a real chance at winning the group. We've done the hardest bit already, but we can't afford to get some bad results like we did with Leipzig last season. We can't afford another Leipzig, basically, although we've given ourselves a chance to potentially actually get away with that too. First up was our first dropped points of the season, the rotated side. Although, that being said, they still did bloody well to have 11 shots on target and 26 shots against FC Copenhagen. Bravo gave us the lead, but a late Brian Ling goal was enough to earn them a point against us. It sucks, as it really would have buried them, and it would have kept our run going, but it doesn't matter. We're still unbeaten, and I really do want an unbeaten league season this year. Next up was the Cup against AB, and normal service resumed. A hat-trick from Jonas Svenningsson and a lovely goal from Rally to make it 4-0. They actually did have a chance to take the lead in this game. Oliver Carrera actually missed a penalty for them, but we got the win in the end, and we've been drawn away, I think, at Randers in the next round, so not quite the easy path as last year where we could put 15 past someone. And in our next game, we battered Silkeborg, struggling Silkeborg, by 4-1. It's not really that that's interesting about this game, it's the goal scorers. It's probably the weirdest menagerie of goal scorers. Obviously it was the rotated side, but goals from Aldo Barbello, Yo Lucio, to 2 defenders scoring in the first 10 minutes of the game. Barbello actually assisted Lucio's goal as well. He had a stonking performance. Herseg also, I think it's Herseg apparently, or Hertheg, I don't really know, scored one himself as well. And then Zdeněk Krejci also drew one in, I think from the edge of the area roughly. So a 4-1 win with 4 very unique goal scorers. Very briefly, it leaves the league looking like this. We've actually had our league cut slightly, as Brøndby won both of their games off camera, dragging AGF and Midtjylland along for the ride. FC Copenhagen doing exactly what they did last year, except probably worse. They're already 16 points behind us. It could have been even worse had they lost to us. Not having a good start. It does seem that European football really does take its toll on them, but Brøndby, AGF, Midtjylland starting nicely. FC Copenhagen, again, are really going to have to battle out to get into the championship group, and then do what they did last season, I guess. And our under-19s were invited to play in some weird Italian youth tournament, which I never saw the results of, but I saw that we were in it, and it was very, very strange. I don't know what that was about. Perhaps because we won our league? I really don't know. If anyone's seen this special Italian youth tournament, let me know what that's about and how I can find it. Yeah, so here it is. I just had a little look, and it's this weird, it's almost like, I don't know, it's like some youth version of the Club World Cup type of situation. I don't know how we got into this, but we start in February, apparently. So if anyone knows what this is and can want to explain this to me, then do let me know. I'll be very interested to hear what this tournament is about. Anyway, without any further ado, we're at home to Sevilla today. Dortmund did win 4-0 away at Ghent, a fairly comfortable result for them. So the group has got a little bit tighter in terms of the top 3, but a win against Sevilla today could already give us that 3-point cushion, and then going to Belgium is a must-win. If Dortmund can win their 4-0, I think the chances of us going there and winning is fairly strong, hopefully. I think we take a look at what they're going to do first. So, Janssen, okay, so it's fair enough. We'll just go for Moroni. Anyone I recognise in there? I'm sure some of these guys are real players. I just don't recognise their names off the top of my head. So, Moroni's the goal mark-up. We'll go for the wingers. Oh, an inside forward too. Okay, we'll be careful. So, with that in mind, we'll go with the standard system. No worries there, but we are not going to be playing that team, of course. So, Rally, Svenningsson, Christensen, Surgor, Jankowski, Cunha, Palacios, who did pick up a slight knock and missed a couple of games, which meant I had to rely on Marius Muller and a guy called Janus Wind from our youth team, who do not suit those positions. Desperately important is that we get ourselves a backup wing-back in January. That is the top of my priority, and I have got a bid in for a guy. In fact, I can show you him now while I'm thinking about it. This is Bruno Dip. He plays for Sao Paulo and has done his entire career. Now, this wasn't what my scouts found. This was when I just did a player search for left wing-back type of positions, and we've come up with this guy. This is Bruno Dip. I've agreed a deal of £7 million to the guy. Now, obviously, he plays there too, but this is where we're actually going to be deploying him in the wing-back role. That 15 crossing is certainly going to help. He's 5'9", so not super tall, but I still think there's something to be gained from him. £7 million is a lot, I'm aware, and this is why I don't like buying these types of players, because we'll never get that money back. but we kind of are a bit desperate, so Bruno Dip will probably be joining us. He'll be on decent money as well, like 35k a week. Again, another reason I don't want to, but we don't really have a lot of choice in there. I'm going to look for some youngsters, of course, to try and get in there too, but for now, this is a deal that's likely to go through. I haven't even got him fully scouted, as you can see, but I'm confident in the stats that I can see that it'll probably be all right. And on the bench, Jose Angel, Mateus Olsen, Krejci, Kuja, Barbello, Bravo, and Yakim. Barbello has had a really good start to the season. I'm a huge fan of Aldo Barbello. I don't know why, he just does things in games. I really like the guy. Right, no beating around the bush. We've got to do this today. Palacios does need to put in a performance, though, because, look, that average of 6.83 is not very good in a team that's been smashing things. We do need to see something better from him tonight. And for those of you wondering about FM19 plans and stuff, I am going to make a proper video on that next week sometime, but I'm helping a mate of mine move. It's like the second person I've helped move in like 3 weeks. So videos, in terms of recording them, are going to be a bit all over the place next week. You'll still see them at the normal times, but it's just going to be a little bit less time for me to record them. So I hope to get a video out where we'll talk about FM19 plans. It's probably going to be, in fact, I've pretty much decided it's Stockport County that we're going to be rebuilding. Manager I'm going to put out to a vote and all that sort of stuff. We'll talk about streams and why I haven't up to this point. All sorts of jazz. We'll talk about that then, though. This is the inside forward guy, but I don't really want to type mark him because it's just going to cause problems and drag players out of position, but I do want to close him down. I have tried doing individual talks for these guys, but nothing really yet has quite worked. If you've got any ideas on what works best for individual players, do let me know. I want to try and get some more greens. I want to make the most of this stuff, you know? Anyway, question of the day. And today's question is this. This is one from me, since we're coming to the end of FM18. This is kind of applies to all FMs. What is your favourite save of all time? Like, just the best save you've ever done. What happened? Who was it with? Why did you like it so much? Like, for me, best YouTube save, the one I enjoyed the most still was Sleeping Giants with Red Star Belgrade. There's nothing I've enjoyed more on YouTube than making that save. It was just fantastic. As for offline, then it probably would have to be my União de Madeira save, the save that really got me into FM and made me want to do YouTube. And I really want to revisit União de Madeira for a proper save on the channel at some point too. Svenningsson with the ball at his feet. If you have any ideas for a question that I drop in the comments too with the hashtag QOTD, right. Christensen does well. Surgard rallies into space. And he's saved by Raphael in goal. A good start to us. Well, not that great. It's 10 minutes in and our first chance of the game, though. It's not been the best start to this goal. Good lord. Alvaro Jimenez from a corner makes it 1-0 to Sevilla. This is the sort of thing that we cannot have happening to us right now. We played so well in Germany. We cannot afford to start losing. Look at the defending here is shocking. Cross completion for us, though, is still very good. So we could maybe move over to getting some balls in the box for Rally to do some stuff with. Christensen loses the ball. Looking long. Cut out by Simovic. Good stuff. Cunha. Very, very infield. Christensen snicks it through for Surgard. My voice just broke massively there. Raphael with the save. Okay. We've created 2 good opportunities so far today. Vargas, oh, thank God. Oh, that's a great pass out, actually. Rally could keep this in. Svenningsson needs to make a good run. He does he? Don't know. Let's see. Svenningsson saved. I think Raphael got a tip on that. We've been really quite decent in this first half in places. All the chances we've created have been decent ones. Svenningsson again. Well saved by the goalkeeper again. So, half-time. B67 0, Benfica 1. They've scored from a corner, basically. We've had enough chances to be level at least in this game. It is very disappointing to find ourselves in this position. Obviously, at half-time, we're going to give them a bollocking, but I don't really want to push it to that extra man in midfield unless we drop the wing-backs back. I don't know. Okay, so we've got everyone fired up. I had to talk to Cunha individually, but he did seem to do the trick. I'm not going to switch to it just yet. Because I don't want to risk it. It is only 1-0 and we are still looking decent. But if it gets to the sort of 65 minutes, then I might switch over to that tactic. But I still feel at the moment we're creating enough to give me hope that we can get back into this match. The draw wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, but it kind of would, really. A draw away from home at Sevilla wouldn't be the worst, but the home games are the ones we have to win, all 3 of them, really. Jankowski, Cunha, ball in. Rally! Yes! B67 1, Sevilla 0. Within 40 seconds of the start of the second half, Rally gets, I think that might be his first goal in the Champions League this season. And of course, who else to assist it than Andre Cunha? This is terrible defending from Sevilla. He's just able to put this into a great area and Rally on the volley. Didn't even have to head it. It's 1-1 and that's the perfect start to the second half. Right, now we can kick on, hopefully. I think we might have to change things up a little bit. I'm going to hit early crosses and go more attacking. Also prevent short goalkeepers. Just get stuck in a little bit more. I don't want to change the system itself because I don't want to risk losing this match. A draw is not great, but it's a lot better than losing this game because it gives them points if that happens rather than just taking points from us. As for substitutions, Svenningsson has been very, very poor today. It has to be said. So I think Mariano Bravo deserves a chance out here tonight. Everybody else, the wingers, even Palacios have been all right. I might get Olsen on for Cunha as well, just because fresh legs really could be quite important right about now. And maybe Krejci for Jankowski in the middle. 19 minutes to pull something major out the bag here. This would be a great, great win if we can turn this around. Olsen into the channel for Bravo. Defender steps up for no reason. Bravo's got to find Rally. He has to. Rally! Oh, God. I can't believe he's missed that. That's an open goal. He just has to direct that ball into the net. There is nothing more he has to do there than put that ball in the net. I can't believe he's missed that. That was so much more difficult than the one so much easier than the one he actually scored tonight. Olsen. Bravo doesn't really make the run. Although, he's still pushing the defender quite hard. Raphael. 11 minutes left. We need one goal to rescue this match from us. Christensen, he'll probably end up shooting one. Bravo! Oh my God, and it's saved by Raphael. I think he might have been offside. No, he wasn't. Win it off them. Here we go, Christensen. Rally. He's got Bravo. Oh, my life. Just clear it into the channels, please. Oh, and the ball was poor. Krejci couldn't make a good pass. Bravo could... No, there it is. B67-1, Sevilla 0. They've mugged us off there, I feel like. But we didn't do enough. We didn't take our chances. There was good play out there. We created enough chances to win this match. Look at the amount of key passes we had on the night. The clear-cut opportunities, we had plenty of them. We should have done better. It's as simple as that. We can't afford results. And it's not like we can even blame Bravo or someone for getting sent off. We just didn't quite do enough on the night. Oh, God, we've got to go and win in Belgium now. At least it isn't a defeat. That could have been much, much worse. Right, we've got some off-camera games. We're going to come back and absolutely, hopefully, smash it in Belgium to get ourselves onto at least 7 points. It's frustrating, but that's FM, isn't it? Right, so we started our little off-camera games. There was only 2 of them, with a fairly comfortable away win at Kurgan. It was back to business as usual. Goal from Svenningsson and 2 more from Rally, taking his total to the season, to 15 in the league, which is truly mental. He could have a goal a game in the league this year, which would truly give him a chance at breaking Ersan's record. And his first full season at the club, too, is fantastic. We then followed this up against Hobro with a 4-0 home thumping. We played the rotated squad, but with the extra midfielder, which has given Vicente a chance to get some game time for us. He's doing all right in that role. Vladimir Hertheg's hat-trick, followed by, in the second half, an Aldo Barbello goal. Liviu Stan had a really good performance with a couple of assists, but he did then have to go off, and he's going to be out for quite a while. I think it's at least 5 or 6 weeks, which is not ideal because he does a really good job holding down the fort in the league, but there you go. Just very quickly, the league is now looking like this. We're still top, 7 points clear, 38 goal difference. More goal difference than points, just like last year, but we are flying. I think we've scored something like 40-something goals already. Rally still top scorer with 15. Svenny, second top scorer with 10. Rally top of the charts there as well. Assists, because of the amount of rotation, isn't going to be quite so consistent. AGF in second, though, with the 7-point gap behind us. Copenhagen do slip back into the championship group. Also, we got given £2.1 million as part of the Miranda deal. I'm still a bit annoyed about that deal, but thank God we've at least been given a little bit more money, because it really was only about 6 million for a guy that we paid like 6 million for. I feel like we kind of got stiffed on that one, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Also good to note that Olsen and Sorgård are both getting regular appearances now for the Danish national team. Olsen's up to 4 caps, and I think Sorgård's got 3 or 4 as well. Svenningson's now into the 20s and has now hit his 10th international goal, as he got 2 goals in a 4-1 win over Japan. Right, so today you might also notice here that Sevilla drew 1-1 at home to Dortmund, which has just maybe helped us out a tiny little bit, taking more points off of Dortmund and in a way taking more points off of Sevilla as well. They've got a win and 2 draws. We need to come here tonight and get a win. It's as simple as that. We win against Ghent today. We go back to the top of the group by 2 points and stay 3 points clear of Dortmund, which is kind of the most important thing right now. I was kind of hoping that something like that might happen. And I think we're still going to be strong enough to win this group. But we've got to go and at least not lose in Spain to Sevilla and then win the home game against Dortmund. That is the key one that will make sure. But I think this could go down to the wire in a way, unless some other stuff happens in the other game. Michael Oliver refereeing tonight. So pretty standard sort of system. Nothing huge. I feel like we've played these guys before a long time ago, because I recognise that name, Diet Hiu, and some of these other players. So I feel like definitely, did we play these guys in the Europa League perhaps? Let me know in the comments. I'm sure you guys will know that. So yeah, we're going to go after Marshall and these guys here. You know the drill. We're not playing this system, that is for sure. I'm also going to switch things around back to the first string. Good, so Rally, Svenningsson, Christensen. It's weird, I've got so used to calling him Rally now, I nearly forgot what his actual name is. Isn't it Rayan Elal Elha Azazi? It's something like that. It's a long name. I can see why we had to go with Rally. Sorgård, Jankowski, Cunha, Palacios, Santos, Sumovic, Vasic, and Harmat. Palacios, I rested him for the last game, and he's doing all right, but we still need to see a bit more out of this guy at the moment. You can see how much is... Admittedly, I think he has only played in Champions League games for us, but we do still need to see a little bit more out of him. On the bench, Angel, Olsen, Krejci, Hersteg, Barbello, Kuja, and Bravo. A decent bench. It's good to see that Hertheg has actually come into his own with a hat-trick in the last game. 4 goals now for him this year. He's hit the ground running, which is nice. There's really no excuse for us not winning this game. They play a very simple system, and we should just have the better of them. We just need to see that that we need to dig deep. We've dropped points in awkward games in the Champions League, both this year and last year. I feel like we deserve to drop points against RB Leipzig purely because of Bravo's idiocy, and that kind of just dragged us all down. But against Sevilla, I think we were very, very unfortunate not to win that match, but you've got to take your chances. That rally header, he has to do better tonight. Oh, okay, so they're not playing that system. In fact, they've not even started Martial. So I genuinely don't know who to mark up. We'll just see what my assistant says. Right, so Techie is the guy they want to close down, so maybe he's the guy? Best attribute is passing, so that would indicate... God, this menu's so broken. It might be because of the skin. So we're going to mark him up, and yeah, some players aren't fully fit here. So we'll just play it by ear. I think we should be strong enough, though. Right, let's have this. If Sevilla... Well, if Dortmund can come here and win 4-0, then, and we beat Dortmund 2-0 in Germany, it seems to me like we should be able to come here and get a comfortable victory. But you just never know with FM. Christensen, oh, he could have got a shot away there potentially. Jankowski, good lord, we're already bombing in, creating a lot of chances, or not chances, but like options on the edge of the area. We should be okay. Just an early goal, settle the nerves a bit. Cunha, that's poor. They're getting a lot of the ball early on here. Girth. Headed away. Right, Christensen can launch Rally into the stratosphere there. He's going to have to wait for support, or can he dribble through himself? Ball in. Svenningson's header over the crossbar, but a good early chance after just 3 minutes. That's what I like to see. Cunha. I just want a nice early goal, just to settle down a bit. Rally's header over the crossbar again. Another chance early on. Okay, this is looking good for us. Just the pure chance creation. Palacios is ball in now. Svenningson drops it down. Christensen has got to find Cunha. Cunha can pick someone out. Back post, Svenningson saved this time by the goalkeeper. We're creating a lot, though. Oh, come on, 23 minutes on the clock. We've already had a couple of chances that possibly could have been converted into goals. We just need... If we're 1-0 up by half-time, I'll be happy with that. Cunha's ball in. Svenningson's header. It's in. There we go. Ghent 0, B67 1. That was the goal that we needed. I'm quite content that we should be fine for the rest of this game now that we've got the goal. Andre Cunha, this is a great pass out from Sorgor, just spraying it out wide. Cunha is so good when he gets in these positions. He just loves picking out these crosses. Whip, not even much whip. So, oh, what about that? Svenningson fights off 3 defenders to get the header in there. Who said Rally's the only one that can win those? It's 1-0 B67. A second goal, though, before half-time would probably just put some icing on the cake, and we could probably do with that just to take the stress off things. Oh, Rally's in. Can he score? Bit of a tight angle. It's going to come to Cunha. Can he find a good cross? Ball in. Rally set up. Oh, it's in. Well, that was a very unorthodox goal, but it is now 2-0. Andre Cunha's got both of the assists within 2 minutes. What a weird goal. That's such a strange one. Rally's basically in here, and his shot is so bad that it ends up becoming a pass for Cunha, who's then just able to dink it in, and Rally rises highest in off the crossbar. It's 2-0 here in Belgium, and we are cruising now. Lovely. Mopped up by Simovic. Keeping the pressure on. Sorgor, Christensen, Palacios in space. Can he finally get an assist? Ball in. Svenningson's header, and it is now 3-0 to B67 here in Belgium. Within 5 minutes, we've scored 3 goals. And it's all come from them being completely inept on the wings and us having way more presence to complete crosses than we've had in recent years. This is a wonderful ball in from Palacios. Whips it, Svenningson's header, and it's 3-0. Svenningson really thumping it in the Champions League now. That should be game, set, match. Santos, I wonder how many we could actually go and get tonight if we carry on at this rate. There's definitely potential for running up a cricket score if Cunha could pick a right pass here. He does. Rally needs to make the run, though. Does he? Ball in. Rally's header, saved by the goalkeeper. De Haen. I want to try and beat Dortmund's score in this game. Not that it really matters, but purely for pride reasons, if nothing else. Kalou. Sal. Ball in. Oh, hello. Oh, my goodness me. They've actually got one back. Glenn, what a great name. Glenn Diadhiou with the goal back for Ghent, and it's their first shot on target of the game. Of course it is. Then again, you know, they're not creating much, so when they do create something, it's just lumped in there. The defender loses him, and Diadhiou with the header, and it's now 3-1. Don't give them hope. Come on. Okay, so 3-1 at half-time. I think the game is still in the bag, as they'll have to come at us in the second half to get any chance in this game. Disappointed to concede a goal in the way that we did, though, but there's plenty more goals in this game for us. I think we could maybe get at least 5. Wow, we've got all green. I don't know whether that's going to have any effect at all. I guess we're going to find out in the second half. It's just good to get another away win on the board in the Champions League, frankly, even if it is the easiest one of the lot. Cunha again. Maybe a hat-trick of assists for the first time in his career. Ball in. Rally drops it down. Palacios at the back post. Squad. How did that not get in the back of the net? It's also interesting that just how dominant we've been with these crossing situations. I think Rally and Svenningson have pretty much been winning everything in the air, and it's causing real problems for them. Christensen, he's got to find Cunha. Here we go. Another good ball in. Rally. Svenningson. Oh, my goodness. We've had enough chances in this game to have a hatful of goals, and the fact that we've only got 3 is a bit worrying. Rally picks the ball up. Out wide for Palacios. We need a good cross again. Ball in. Oh, that's not very good at all. Sal. Mopped up by Simovic. Jankowski. Cunha is bombing it into the space again. And he's going to receive it. Can he find another good cross? You know it. Ball in. Rallies header, and it's saved by the goalkeeper. My lord. So got that wide. He's got Palacios in acres of space. Looking for another assist on the night, perhaps. Can he find a good cross? Ball in. Svenningson's header, and that's gone over the bar as well. Can we get them on target, guys? Please. God, the amount of chances we've created in this game. This should be 4 or 5-0. But there you go. Cunha. Svenningson into the channel this time. Rally needs to bomb into the box. And he's through. And it's a great, great goal. It's 4-1. Rally with 2. Sveni with 2. Sveni with an assist as well. A flawless performance, really. Well, not really, because we've conceded a goal and we've wasted a lot of opportunities in today's game that in other games you wouldn't get those opportunities. So we need to be much more clinical. It's a great little ball and a wonderful strike from Rally to make it 4-1 on the night. That should do it now. Going to get Olsen on for Cunha to just freshen things up. And, of course, Krejci into that attacking midfield role. He seems to like it there. One last chance, maybe. They've got a player off injured as well. So they're actually down to 10 men too, which is really not going to help them. Ball in. Rally's header over the bar, of course. Oh, no. Rally's taken a bruised knee. That's the last thing we need. Although he probably is just going to... Yeah, we've got a substitution, so we might as well just quickly make the substitution anyway, just to get him off to prevent further injury. He's going to be man of the match, or maybe not, actually. Well, that looks like it's going to do it. A 4-1 win in Belgium is about as good as we could have asked for. I feel like we probably could have had more goals on the night, but, you know, who are we to complain? We've won 4-1 in Belgium. That's what we needed to do, and we've done it. Jankowski, Krejci, he's got Olsen into space. Can he find a good ball? Does. Herceg! Oh my goodness, it's now 5-1. Vladimir Herceg has come off the bench to replace Rally simply as a number on the pitch, but it has now made it 5-1 and his first goal in the Champions League for the young Croat. That's what I like to see. A 5-1 thrashing here, and it really has been a thrashing. Honestly, we could have had 7 or 8 by now. Great ball in from them and a wonderful header again off the bar for 5-1 here. This is more like it. Where was this against Sevilla? The finishing. Back into the midfield again. Palacios, back post. Headed away, and there we go. A 5-1 victory in Belgium. That's what we needed from the last game, but it didn't happen. Svenningson was man of the match with 2 goals and an assist, but 2 more goals for Rally, 1 for Herceg. Very, very good performance. It is getting incredibly dark and stormy out there at the moment. Hopefully there's not going to be a power cut like there was the other day. Right, so... next episode, of course, well, we've got 2 games against Rangers in there. So we've got Ghent again at home, which should be an absolute thumping win, you'd like to think, which should push us on to 10 points. But Sevilla and Dortmund have to play each other again. So that could put us in a really good spot. And then we have the Dortmund home game, which is weird, because I always thought it was like reverse order. So if you played Dortmund first, you'd play Dortmund last. But okay, apparently not. So we've got Ghent and Dortmund, 2 home games in a row. I think win both of those and we'll pretty much be guaranteed to go through. And I think winning both of those, if we do it, will pretty much wrap up the win in the group as well, because Dortmund, I still feel, are going to be the biggest challengers to us in that endeavour. So, if you have enjoyed this episode, we still haven't lost a game this season, and it's October. That's pretty dope. Then drop a like on the video. That'll be really, really cool. And I'll see you guys, and if you're new to the channel, of course, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for 2 more Champions League ties. Hopefully, we can win them both and put ourselves in a great position to win this group. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.